Okay, as you can see, we've started living here. We've got chairs, sofas, armchairs in place. One thing that's a big concern of mine and Tara's, we're really worried about this staircase in Crusoe, like I said a bit earlier.
Please remember to subscribe. If you do, our videos will be easier for you to find.
Wow, my love, that looks amazing. Oh, no, that's ace. Well done, you.
If you've been with us a little while, and I know that a lot of you have been around, hanging out with us for a long time, you will probably remember me putting these together. Yeah, well, it would have been a couple of years ago now, quite a long time ago anyway. The idea with the banister originally was to try and make sure that Crusoe didn't fall off the edge. One of the things we never ever bought was a stairgate. Never really thought it was useful. That's probably because we were with the boys all day, every day, and we had eyes on most of the time, all of the time.
So what's going on here? If you're new to the channel, here's a 10-second summary. In 2021, we bought a 5-acre farm in Northern Portugal. It had 5 buildings on it: the stone house that we've just finished renovating, a tiny house which is now our office, a not garage or the adega, a derelict house which we've already demolished, and this house right here, the ugliest house in Northern Portugal. We lived in this house for 2 years, thinking it would be our forever home. We even renovated it, and now we've decided that we should also knock this house down and move into the stone house while we build a brand new 3,000 square foot house out of stone that was once other people's houses. Today we're ripping out a banister we built 2 years ago, and before the house gets knocked down, recycling the wood into a piece of furniture so we can eat some fish tonight.
Yummy.
Oh, and probably more importantly, we've got a very special bee update for you. So now you're all caught up.
This is good news.
Let's carry on.
Actually, what's kind of fun about these banisters is that I never finished them. They were never finished. I stopped building them and then went on to another project. Yeah, the ultimate idea, it needed another couple of pieces of wood. I wanted to put a nice fancy piece of wood here. I wanted to put another piece of wood on the other side here, and I think I kind of really wanted to get them painted and looking all lovely. That never happened. EcoFlow is just one of those great quality products that we've been working with for years now. This is the EcoFlow Delta Pro 3, and it's just 1 week old. I'm so excited. What a perk of a job.
Delighted.
So this is stackable. You would buy one and then get another one and then another one, and basically that's your battery capacity up to 12,000 watts that would power your entire home. Whether you're in your RV, whether you're using it as a home energy solution, whether you're doing your DIY projects, it doesn't matter. It's going to be able to manage anything you need it to manage. This guy on its own though, fully charged, would be able to run your oven for nearly 2 hours, run your fridge for 3 full days. It's pretty spectacular. Put in combination with the EcoFlow solar panels, nothing like being able to just pick up your solar battery and move it around without having to drag clunky solar panels with you. Together with the EcoFlow PowerStream microinverter and solar panels, it builds a complete off-grid home energy system. A few really handy things to know about it. It's super quiet, 30 decibels, you're never going to hear it. And you get this fancy app as well, if you like, that'll control almost everything. 24-hour operation as well, it doesn't just switch off. EcoFlow have empowered over 3 million users across 100 different countries with offices in Japan, America and Europe. They're one of the biggest and most trusted energy suppliers. Maybe one day they'll even stick batteries in aeroplanes, but for now, if you're in America, if you're in a different location, of course these sockets on the front, they're going to come relevant to your own plugs. So if you're in the market for such a beast of a piece of equipment, or you're just curious, please click on our unique link in the description below and you'll go through and be able to take advantage of the special offers that we've got for you to celebrate the launch of the Delta Pro 3. What a beast. Look at it. Delighted. Alright, that's it. There are all the screws. Remember, I didn't put too many screws in there, so how are we going to do this? I think it's going to be pretty simple. This is interesting to see how good the glues are, because the only thing holding this in place right now is glue that's just popped. I've got a feeling that's going to drop. There it goes. There we go. Look at that. That's fantastic, isn't it? It just came out just as easily as it went in. Brilliant. Alright, I feel really sad to be taking it to pieces. I wonder whether we could do a little bit of B-roll of me building them back in the day. I remember when I built them originally, it rained and it rained and it rained. It was such a hard time. Tara, I think at the time, was living in an Airbnb with Crusoe. No, Sawyer had just been born. It was hard then. We didn't have a home. I don't know, the more I'm chatting to you guys about these projects and, you know, remembering having built them and everything that went into their creation, the more nostalgic I'm getting. I mean, there's no way of other way of looking at it. You know, I'm starting to feel some attachments to the things that we created here. You know, I think that's perfectly normal. It's not going to stop us from going ahead and building the new house. It's just, you know, me saying I didn't think that I'd necessarily feel anything more than, you know, whatever. But I'm feeling a bit more than just whatever. A bit sorry. Normally leave that to Tara. She's good at that. Get some more of these screws out.
Keep your hood down until we get there, okay? Okay, are you ready? You want it up, okay?
Okay, I'm going to come to you. Yeah, that's it. Are there are no bees in there, right? Yeah.
Look, Diogo's got a key because Francisco gave us a key, which was very kind. He's going to unlock. Maybe sit. So very, very important bee duties to be done today. I've been keeping an eye on our new arrivals for, you know, every couple of days, walking down there just to make sure everything is as it should be. Without opening the hives, of course, just a quick general, hello bees, how are we doing? Anyway, I went down day before yesterday to discover that the whole place was basically inundated with a swarm of these invasive Asian hornets. Now, these hornets can decimate a bee colony in literally no time at all. So it's pretty urgent stuff. So Diogo has loaded up a bunch of these electric harps, which we'll tell you about in a second. He's brought them a bunch of food. He's brought smaller hives in case the colonies are really small so that we can move them into smaller boxes. And we're basically going to do a bit of a kind of emergency bee work to try and give them a break from the incessant attacks from these flipping hornets. It was insane. I promise you, I've never seen anything like it. I was like, that can't be real. But it is very real. So we're going to get that all set up today, and we'll take you along for the ride.
What do we see, Diogo?
you can shoot. This is going to be great for people to see how the traps work. So we can see that a lot of hornets of the Velutina hornet is spraying the colony. So when you have like 10 on each hive, this is just chaotic. This is a massacre. So in 14 days they could destroy a colony, a full colony.
2 weeks.
Yes, more or less. So now we can see what, maybe 10, 15 per hive. They go in, so they don't eat the bees when they go inside. They catch the bees mid-flight, but they go in and they start eating the food resources.
Okay. What do you think, Crusoe?
So, Diogo, you're not worried about them stinging you?
No, they don't see us as a threat.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
If you are at the nest, if you are
Yeah,
close to
yeah.
the nest, it will be very dangerous.
Different.
For example, people get stung because they're cleaning or trimming their land and they find the nest and suddenly they get attacked by the
Okay. I've always been really scared of them, but that's good to know.
But here is crazy. You must have a lot of nests around.
It's loads, huh?
And it's impossible to find them at this stage, only in the midwinter.
Okay.
Okay, so you can see now how many hornets are at the hives. As soon as we turn on the harps, it will reduce significantly.
So the harps are really, really clever. They're solar powered and they're electrified. They're basically like electric fences that you put in between the hives, and the wasps fly through them and get electrocuted, basically. Some of them definitely die, some of them don't die, and just, but it's like a deterrent, so they stop coming.
So basically the normal honeybees can fly between the wires.
Yes.
But the
wasps are too big, so they hit the wires.
That is a harp.
Clever, isn't it? Do you know how clever those hornets are? John bought one of those, you know those electric rackets you can buy that you hit flies with? You bought one of those, didn't you? And
I did.
Were like running around the farm hitting hornets for quite a few weeks in the early summer. And turns out it wasn't the Asian hornet, it was actually the European hornet that you were smacking. But anyway,
sure.
What was amazing...
They still prey
do they?
the bees. Yeah,
Okay.
not as aggressively as the Velutina, but yeah.
Poor things, the poor bees, man. You know, they work hard for them. But it was amazing to see how quickly the hornets learned about that racket. Like John would start walking down to the terrace with the beehive on it, and as soon as they saw him coming, they poof, gone. Like it was incredible. It was also funny watching John run around with an electrified racket hitting hornets.
My life, I'm feeling very picked on at the moment, darling.
The cat.
The yellow tile.
YouTube comments.
Like if they are in the middle of a flower field with flowers, they won't see you as a threat to be.
Yeah,
they're preparing now the wall to defend themselves, okay? Because they're starting to see there's less pressure for the hornets, and they are coming out.
We are winning. There's another one. They are getting it. That's amazing how much more peaceful it is here right now. Look, there's another one gone.
Right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hives on this apiary all lined up. They're all working, and it is quite incredible how quickly the reaction has been by the hornets. The pressure is so much less. There's like I don't know, 10 hornets here, where there was about 25 at each hive when we got here. That's amazing. I feel so much better. Right, so have a look here, everybody. Because of those, the hornet pressure is so much less, these bees are actually getting ready to start their little forage. And you can see, Diogo's just been telling me how they've made this like a barrier. And what they'll do is they'll open the barrier just for one little bee to shoot out, and they'll all stay and wait, and when they come back again, they open it just really quickly for it to get back into the hive. But they're desperate to head out, this lot. Right, because the bees are starting to show signs of being a little bit more active and the hornet pressure is reduced, we are going to get suited up properly and start the next phase, which will be checking on all the hives and making sure everybody is doing okay.
So many people were thinking about this particular thing. Here's a question for you. What was your favourite, and actually, here's an even better one. Here's a question for you, and the best answer, I'm making this up as I go along, the best answer will go into the newsletter after this episode. Whether that's, it always comes out on Friday, it's almost always, anyway. Depends on how busy you are. What was the best TV show that you watched when you were growing up? Not now. The best TV show that you watched when you were growing up. Best answer goes in this week's newsletter. I'm trying to think what mine would be. Right. And what does growing up mean anyway? You know, is it like when you're a kid, or I hear you all? The truth of it is, I don't want it to be a massive table. Something sort of like that. I know what the next plan is. The next plan is to put a little lip around it so that we know where we're drilling into. So let's see where we got it. Is that a good enough lip? I'll do it like that. A proper drill here. So when I was in Finland, you know, you guys know that I lived in Finland a little while. I used to be a fisherman. Amongst other things, lots of things I did when I was in Finland, but fishing was one of them. Salmon fishing. I used to be pretty good at it too. And I learned how to cook a really great salmon when I was in Finland. So that is super easy as well, you know. Pan-fried salmon, yum, yum. So that's the plan for tonight. If we get this table fixed and done, I'll be eating pan-fried lohi tonight, pan-fried salmon, and the boys love it too. Like I said, Tara won't let me cook it inside anymore. It smokes too much, she says. It makes the house stink. Right, I'm going to put my air defenders on. 4 holes, that's what we're looking for. Alright, I'm just going to mark up the legs now and put a middle point in each one, so I know where to drill a hole in it. And then, you know, you've guessed it, we're just going to connect them up with the broom handle. And I'm just going to put a cross across the middle of each one of these. All of this wood is so dry, I think that it's going to be just fine. mark it, and then I'm going to cut them about a millimetre. Nearly there. Let's do it. Leg wood. Cheapest part of this table is going to be the legs by the looks of it. Coming along. Alright, while that wood glue dries, and find some wood so that I can use those pieces of wood right there. You know, and let's remember what the ultimate goal of this table is. It's to recycle. There you go. There's some wood. Look, it's to recycle old wood pieces off of it. It's a shame we don't have enough oak. I think what we'll do is we'll paint the bottom part of this table. Just completely paint it. Maybe we could paint it yellow. Joke. Yeah, let's just spin it over and see how we're going. Nice. So these pieces over here that we've got as spindles, I think we should just make them nice and easy. Question is, do they go in? I think they must go inside, isn't it? They're going to look better like that. So that we can have, yeah, well, I'm making it so we can have fish tonight. Mum doesn't like us cooking fish inside, you remember? So I thought if I build a table for us to eat outside, Mum won't mind so much. What do you think? Good idea?
No, good idea.
Thanks.
Just brought Crusoe back to the house quickly. Crusoe has like a limit, as he would. He's 3 years old, so he's really, really excited about getting down to the bees. But there comes a point where he's like, okay, I kind of had enough now. And today, to be fair to Crusoe, wasn't the most interesting of days so far because we've just been putting up the harps. So I suppose for a 3-year-old, that's a bit like, come on then. You know, he wants to be opening the hives and getting right up in there. So I'm going to head back down now and just help Diogo quickly. I know he wants to open all of the hives. Just see what's going on in there. We'll try and do it in between the rain because obviously we don't want moisture to get inside the hives. But honestly, we've just got now like 10 days of incessant rain. So we just kind of have to get on with it because it's really important that Diogo gets a sense of how they're doing and provides them with what they need before winter sets in proper. So let's get our head back down and see how he's getting on. Oh, there's people shouting. I wonder if it's Harvest Day. Everybody. We've literally got 4 or 5 hornets on each trap and they've just gone. It's unbelievable. That is just the most amazing thing. Such a relief. So we're now opening each of the hives and we are going to start in the front and then do the ones at the back. Because if you start with the ones at the back, you disturb all of these bees and then you go and do these ones and you're going to get smashed from the front and the back. This is not going to be pleasant.
You want to do the honors?
Yeah, come on then.
Let's go check the bees.
Let's go check the bees. I love it.
Closest. Okay, so they haven't ate a lot of food, so something's wrong inside. Okay, now the other corner. Okay, now open slowly. Okay, I know why. It's because of the medicine. They cannot get it to the food.
Ah, okay.
Maybe. It's perfect.
Yeah, there we go. Got it.
Okay. So now, how many frames are they occupying? So this is empty. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is okay. It's not bad at all, actually. Yeah, it's full of honey.
That's amazing. You can really feel the weight, huh?
So on the first and the last frames, what do you have?
Always food.
So it's full of food, right?
Mm-hmm.
Full of pollen, as you can see at the bottom. And food, okay.
Like a couple with
You can see
Varroa
the
wings.
queen here.
You can see the
Give me
queen.
a second. Oh, where is she? Lost her. Yeah, we got Varroa.
Yeah.
Okay, handle this frame very carefully because of the queen. Okay.
Okay. Is that her here on my side now?
Ooh. Where is she?
She's along the bottom of the frame, going back the other side. And then back this. Oh gosh, she's tripping.
Yeah. She is. This is the queen bee.
That's so cool.
Bring up the frame into the brood.
So that's very cool. Diogo was just saying, with the frames he's taking out of this hive, he goes and puts them in the freezer to store. And if when he comes to check the hives next time, it looks like they need a little bit more help and a bit more food, take them out of the freezer, defrost them, and bring them back. Pretty cool. Waste not, want not.
You want to do something? You want to place the
medicine strips?
No, the
Oh, yeah,
rulers.
the rulers. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So there's a bag there full of them.
Okay, cool. So these rulers, I'm just going to stick on the front of the hives. They stop the hornets from going into the hives and raiding them. So we are all hornet proof now, just about. There you go. They just slot over the entrance of the hive like that. And then the hornets can't get in, but the bees can. Oh man, so about halfway through that, I put the camera down thinking I'll film again in a second. And I honestly just got so carried away. That was amazing. Diogo let me check some of the hives by myself. It was incredible to start feeling a little bit of confidence coming with it, to start looking for things that I know to look for. And I just feel I'm exhausted now because I'm hungry, but I feel really, really fulfilled. That was amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing.
Not bad from recycled wood, is it? Old kitchen counter that was looking a bit gnarly, and a staircase banister turned into what I think is a pretty nice butcher's table. And tonight, with a little bit of luck, as long as we get some paint and some stain and oil on it pretty soon, we're going to be able to eat some fish. Yum yum. Love it. Karen, Barbara, Jenny, Rachel, Helen, Colin, Peter, everybody else. I'm going to tell Tara, if she really wants to, she can paint it yellow. That's a joke, by the way, guys. I'm just joking. Who's ready for lohi? Yum, yum!